Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Angelina Mameli and with my partner Suri, Langa and Hanif. So in this presentation we will discuss the focus on definition and basic concept in the structure of compound sentence. So we will discuss about the structure of compound sentence, but in my part I will explain a specific on definition and basic concept. Okay, we start for the first one, the structure of compound sentence. So in this slide serves an introduction to one type of sentence structure in the study of English syntax. So normally in compound sentence, in sentence structure studies, so sentences are classified based on the number of clauses and the relationship among them. So compound sentences are important because they show how two or more main clauses can be combined into a single sentence without creating a dependent relationship. So therefore, this section emphasizes a basic understanding of a definition and key concept that distinguish compound sentence from other sentence type, such as a simple sentence and complex sentence. So we go for the definition. Clauses is a unit of grammatical organization which consists of a subject and predicate. So main clauses is a clause that can form a complex sentence standing alone, having a subject and a predicate, independent like independent clause and subordinate clause. Clause is a clause that is dependent on main clause, so like dependent clause and subordinate clause. Compound sentence is defined as a sentence that consists of two or more dependent clauses. An independent clause is a clause that has a complex grammatical structure containing a subject and a predicate and can stand alone as a meaningful sentence. And each clause in a compound sentence has this complete structure. So even if the clauses are separate, so each can still function as a grammatically correct sentence. So thus the presence of more than one independent clause is the main characteristic that distinguishes a compound sentence from a single sentence which contains only one main clause. So now we move to the next slide. Basic concept. So the first one is that the clauses in a compound sentence have equal grammatical status. There is no dependent clause in a compound sentence. The last one is independent clause are usually connected by coordinating conjunctions like and, but, or, so, and so on. Or so the basic concept of a compound sentence lies in the equal or coordinative relationship between its clause. So the clauses in a compound sentence have the same grammatical status, meaning that none of them functions as a main clause or a subordinate clause. So therefore, there is no dependent clause in a compound sentence. So this coordinative relationship is usually indicated by the use of coordinating conjunction such as and, like I told you in earlier, like and, but, or, and so, or by the use of a semicolon. So these connecting devices serve to link clauses of equal status without creating structural dependency, allowing each clause to retain its independent nature. So we move to the next slide. The next slide is example of compound sentence. So the example that I use is I like reading and I enjoy writing. So in this sentence, I like reading and I enjoy writing is an example of a compound sentence because it consists of two independent clauses. Normally, I like reading and I enjoy writing. So each clause has its own subject and predicate and can stand alone as a complex sentence. So the conjunction and functions as a coordinating conjunction that connect the two clauses equally. So there is no clause that depends on or explains the other. So the relationship form is coordinative. So therefore, the sentence fulfills all the characteristic of a compound sentence, both in terms of structure and the relationship between the clauses. So I like reading is independent clause, and I enjoy writing is independent clause. And the last one, the conjunction and connect two equal clauses forming a compound sentence. So I think that's all for me. So the next present will be done by Suri.
Okay, I will continue my part material. That is structural pattern of compound sentence. A compound sentence is a sentence that consists of two or more independent clauses. The clause can stand alone as complete sentence, joined together, and one sentence. For example, I finished my assignment and I submitted it online. The sentence has two clauses. Clause 1, finish my assignment. It already has a subject and a verb, so it is a complete sentence. And then I submitted it online. It's also a complete sentence. The two clauses are connected by the word and, so they form a compound sentence. In short, compound sentence equals complete clause plus complete clauses. For coordinating conjunction or fanboys, to connect two independent clauses, we often use coordinating conjunction. Now, by the acronym fanboys, F is for A is and then N nor, but O for or, Y for yet, S for so. The pattern is independent clause plus fanboys plus independent clause. For example, she studied hard so she passed the exam. Clause 1 explain she studied hard. Clause 2 she pays the exam. The word so shows a cause-effect relationship. And I give you another example. I want to go but I was too tired. The word but show a contrast between the two ideas. You can see from the graphic. This is a part pattern in this material. So from conclusion, fanboys help show the relationship between ideas such as additions, contrast, cause effect, and choice and another. And then pattern 2, semicolon. Besides using fanboys, we can also join two independent clauses using semicolon. And the formula independent clause and independent clause. He loves reading. He spent hours in the library. He loves reading, for example. The two ideas are very closely related, so we use a semicolon instead of conjunction. Semicolon is used when both ideas are equally strong. The ideas are closely connected. No fanboys conjunction is used. And for pattern 3, conjunctive adverbs. Besides fanboys, there are also connectors called conjunctive adverbs such as therefore, however, moreover, consequently, nevertheless, furthermore. It's the pattern. And formal in pattern another is independent clause, conjunction, conjunctive adverb, and independent clause. For example, she was sick, therefore she did not attend the class. Clause 1, she was sick. Clause 2, she did not attend the class. The word therefore show a relationship of result or consequence. Of the diagram shows the syntactic structure of compound sentence. The sentence is formed by two TP or tense phrase or clauses, joined by coordinating conjunction, that is four. And for each TP or clause has its own NP as a subject, VP as predicate. This proves the both clauses are independent and grammatically equal. And conclusion I get it from this material is a compound sentence. TP plus coordinating conjunction plus TP. Compound sentence consists of two or more independent clauses. Each clause has its own subject NP and predicate VP, so each clause is grammatically complete. The clauses are connected by coordinating conjunction or fanboys, semicolons, conjunctive adverbs. The three diagrams show that both clauses have equal syntactic structure TP plus TP. The choice of conjunction show the logical relationship between ideas such as addition, contrast, reason, and cause effect. So everyone, that's all my material explanation. The next presentation will be delivered by my partner.
Okay, hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about connectors in compound sentences. This topic is actually very important because we use connectors almost every day, especially when we want to explain idea more clearly in English. So this presentation I will explain what a compound sentence is and the connectors that are commonly used. Okay, first let's understand what compound sentence means. A compound sentence is made from two sentences that are joined together. Each part is complete sentence, but we combine them to avoid repetition by using compound sentences. Our speaking and writing becomes smoother and easier to understand. Okay, next type of connectors. To connect the clauses in compound sentences, we need connectors. There are three main connectors that we usually use. They are fanboys, semicolon, and conjunctive adverbs. Each of them has different role depending on how the idea are connected. Coordinating conjunction fanboys. The first connector is coordinating conjunction, or better known as fanboys. Fanboys include for and nor, but, or, yet, and so. These words are very simple and often used in daily conversation. We usually put a comma before fanboys when connecting two clauses. Fanboys example. Let's look at the example in the sentences. I was tired, but I kept studying the word but so contracts. It means the speaker was tired but still continued study. Another example is it was raining, so we stayed at home. Here, so explain the result of the situation. These examples show how fanboys help connected idea naturally. Next, we have the semicolon. A semicolon is used when two sentences are very closely related. Instead of using words like and or but, we use semicolon to connect them. These connectors is usually used in more formal writing such as essay. Okay, next, conjunctive adverbs. Another connector is conjunctive adverbs. Some example are however, three, four, moreover, and consequently. These words help explain the relationship between idea more clearly. They are often used in presentation, reports, and academic writing. Okay, next, structure. When we use conjunctive adverb, we must follow the characters correct structure. We start with sentences, then use semicolon, followed by the conjunctive adverb and comma. This structure help the sentences become clear and grammatically correct. Okay, next, difference. Now let's compare them. Fanboys are simple and comma used in everyday English. Uh, a semicolon is used when two ideas are closely connected. Conjunctive adverbs are more formal and suitable for academic situation. So, choosing the right connector depends on the context. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you guys for attention.
Okay, I would like to explain function and meaning relationship between clause in compound sentence. As, as we know, a compound sentence consists of two or more independent clauses. Their clauses are joined by coordination conjunction such as and, but, so, or, and, nor. Even though the clauses are structurally equal, they are not meaningless combination or coordinating conjunction show a specific semantic relationship between the clauses. And the first relationship is addiction, which is expressed by the conjunction and. This conjunction is used when the second clause adds information to the first clause without any contract or clause effect relation. For example, they arrived here and they had good seat. In this sentence, both clauses are independent and equally important. The second clause simple and add another event and add to the first one. The second relationship is contracts, so by the conjunction but and yet. This conjunction indicate that the second clause coordinate and contract with the expectation created by the first clause. For example, she was tired, but she keeps studying. Here, the first clause suggests a coordination that usually leads to rest, but the second clause shows opposite action. The third relationship is cause and effect, which is expressed by so and for. The conjunction show the result. While for exam ex, well for explain the reason. For example, he studied hard so he passed the exam. In this sentence, the first clause functions as a clause, and the second clause functions as the effect, as the effect. And the last relationship is negative the last relationship is negative alternative expressed by the conjunction nor. The conjunction connects to negative clause and is often accompanied by inversion in the second clause. For example, he didn't call me nor did he send a message. But full clause express negative information and the second clause reinforce the first one. To compound sentences do not only show grammatical coordination, but they also express clear semantic relationship between independent clauses. Understanding this function and meaning relationship help you interpret the logical connection between idea in English sentence.
Okay, everyone, I think that's all from us. Thank you for your attention.